ache.
Welcome back, everybody, to another MLB The Show franchise mode here. Coming back to you today with another episode, and we're going to be making some moves. You can see we're no longer in first place. We've been playing very poorly lately, giving up a lot of runs while scoring very little, minus this Minnesota game. And as a result, we're not winning. So our pitching has been giving up a lot of runs. We've not been hitting. Okay, so what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to be making some moves. Our pitching has been pretty bad. Our hitting has not been hitting. You can see Scott Schibler, still the home run RBI totals he's been. The batting average has gone down. So I think we're going to have to make a trade. Not just yet, though. Not just yet, because we do have, we take a look at the disabled list. We got Matty Davidson and Nicky Delmonico coming back in less than a week. So once those guys are back, we'll go ahead and make a trade. And then you take a look at the pitching rotation. G. Little's been good. Rodon's brought his ERA down, so they've been good. But you can see Michael Kopech, Dane Dunning's at it, a 5 ERA, and DeAndre Nottingham. We look at DeAndre Nottingham's numbers: 64 strikeouts and 91 innings pitched. The walks are pretty good. The whip is a little up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to send DeAndre Nottingham down to the minors. We're going to do that, and we're going to call up Dylan Cease. He was up there last year with us. He did pretty good. You can see a 2.56 ERA, 86 strikeouts, and 84 innings pitched. So we're going to go ahead and call him up. So that is going to be what we're going to be doing. Let's go back to MLB. And then we will be playing this game here. This game here. Michael Kopech versus Ronaldo Lopez of formerly the White Sox. Look at his stats. The strikeouts are low, but 9-2 record, a 2.11 ERA. So we're going to be seeing what could have been in a White Sox uniform. If you guys remember, we traded him last year in part of the Josh Bell trade. Josh Bell did great last year. This year, 213. The power numbers are down. The RBI numbers are down. So, you know, what are we going to do? He could be possibly a trade option. I don't want to trade him away. He's 26 years old. He's a potential. He's having an off year. But we do have Yolmer Sanchez, who could play third. And then we have Jake Burger, who's played well. He could play first and third. And we're going to have Matt Davidson, who can play first and third. So that we have options. So we're going to go ahead. We'll send him up there. We're going to bring down DeAndre Nottingham. He's not going to be starting this game. So Dylan Cease is going to get his first start here at this Cleveland game. And then we're going to go ahead and play the second game in Pittsburgh. All right, we're almost to the game we want to play. Matt Davidson just came off the disabled list, meaning our roster's at 26. So we're going to have to send somebody down. I don't want to send down Adam Engel. And it looks like Joseph Lincecum is going to have to be the guy. He's batting 256, 39 at bats, 4 RBIs driven in, 3 stolen bases. He's going to have to be the guy to be sent down because we're not going to send down Adam Engel. We're probably going to have to either send him down or trade Scott Schibler, who got a home run and some more RBIs recently. So it's becoming a hard decision now. So it's either going to be Adam Engel sent down, Scott Schibler traded when Nicky Delmonico comes up. And then for this move, for Matt Davidson coming up, we have basically 2 choices because we can't send down a catcher. It's either going to be Joseph Lincecum or Jake Burger. Jake Burger's been a lot. He hasn't been as good lately. His batting average has gone down, but I still feel he's got a higher upside than Joseph Lincecum, so we're going to send Lincecum down. And the game we're playing is in literally 1 day. So now, I don't know if Nicky Delmonico is going to be back. Probably not. So we're going to have to do without him. But 1 day away, we're almost there. All right, we are here. We made it. Michael Kopech, Ronaldo Lopez. Lopez, formerly one of the top White Sox prospects, now a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates, as is Jose Abreu. White Sox dropped the first game of the series 5-1. Carlos Rodon pitching extremely well until we got to I believe it was the 7th or 8th inning, gave up 4 runs. Again, White Sox offense has been very stale for the last 2 weeks, and we sit tied for first with the Indians. You can see we've lost 1 less game and we've won 1 less game. So we tie them right now, and hopefully we can win today's game. Even in the episodes, we've been losing a lot of games lately, so hopefully we can get back on track tonight against a very good pitcher in Ronaldo Lopez. Welcome everybody to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're here at PNC Park, home of the Pittsburgh Pirates. 47-31 the Pirates are, as we are 45-32, as we try to keep up with the Cleveland Indians in first in the division. Ronaldo Lopez on the mound. As I mentioned before, he's 9-2 on the season, 2.11 ERA. Through 85 innings pitched, he's giving up an outstanding 72 hits. He's walked 43 though, and he's only struck out 56. So the walk strikeout's not exactly what he wants to see. The whip's up there a little bit, but nevertheless a good pitcher. But he has to go through Adam Eaton here in the first inning. A beautiful stadium. You can see the river out there, the entire city, as that is going to be a changeup low for ball one. I'm not familiar if it's the ocean or the river, but I know there's a body of water out there. A very beautiful park. One park I'd love to visit one time in my life, but we'll see, as Adam Eaton is visiting right now, as he takes this one over shortstop for another leadoff base hit. Always getting the leadoff base hits, Adam Eaton is, as we get the first base runner of the day, and hopefully a good offensive day for the White Sox. Eloy Jimenez up to bat here. You can see the difference between lefties and righties. He's much better against righties, which is counterintuitive. But top of the first, runners on first and third. Yoan Moncada struck out, but it was a drop third strike, and he made it to first. He's going to be going. They're going to be watching out for that pitch out. That fastball is a quick step. Not quite a pitch out, but it is ball one. Yoan Moncada is going to be going on this one, trying to get second and third. And if they do throw it down the second, there's a good chance Adam Eaton might go. He might go for home. There's a decent chance. There's no promises, but there's a decent chance. Eloy Jimenez is going to hold back, as it is going to be a bit of a pitch out. He's going to stay, as it is a successful stolen base. A little stressful for the announcer, as it seemed they were going to just throw themselves out. But 1-1 the count. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. White Sox threatening early here, showing their muscles, with Matt Davidson on deck behind, as this one's going to be hit just right up to the pitcher's mound. Throwing it to first, Eloy Jimenez is going to be thrown out. And we're going to go ahead and stay with this at bat, so you guys can see Matt Davidson's first at bat back. You can see his batting average is now at 333, 8 home runs, 23 RBIs. In his return last night, he went 0 for 4 with a strikeout, but he looks to turn that around tonight, as he's got 2 possible RBIs out there on the bases, as he's going to swing at a pitch way inside, trying to get his stuff back together after having quite a bit of time off with that broken leg. Matt Davidson trying to keep in all-star form. Not an easy task, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. After having 2 months off, to come back and play perfection as he was before he got hurt is definitely a difficult task to do. But he's hoping that he can get on base here and hopefully bring in a couple runs while doing so, as that one is going to be getting in a run. Matt Davidson's going to be thrown out at first, but he gets an RBI across, his first in his return. Michael Kopech is taking the mound, his 16th start of the year. He's 4-7 thus far with a 4.67 ERA. He's pitched 90 2/3 innings. He's given up 97 hits, so the hits a little bit more than 1 per inning. The walks are 42 and the strikeouts are 80, so the strikeouts have even dipped. He's trying to get back tonight on his game, as Starling Marte is going to walk to the plate. You can see the split between home and away, and he is definitely a much better batter here at home in PNC Park. But he definitely has a challenge in Michael Kopech, who can throw that ball pretty fast, as that one's going to be 98 miles per hour. And I know, guys, I mentioned that there was a chance that we were going to have Troy and Trent commentate. Right now, Trent is really sick, and he can hardly talk. So, unfortunately, They might be pushed back to next episode or the episode after that, but no worries, guys, that is coming. Not sure if Troy will be able to make it because of his schedule, but we will definitely be getting that soon. And if you guys enjoy it, then that is something that we could possibly do more of. But 1 and 2 the count quickly to Marte, as that slider is just going to be just outside. Michael Kopech trying to get his first strikeout of the night, get himself back on track. And that one's going to be grounded to Matt Davidson at third, who's going to scoop it up, throw it over the first for out number 1. Tim Anderson up to bat, 277 on the year. The power number's definitely much lower with only 5 home runs, as it is 1-0, 1 out. Blake Rutherford just popping out on the track in right field as they were playing deep, as that is going to be ball 1 from Lopez, whose command through the first inning and the third has not been fantastic, as that one is going to be popped right behind the plate. Very nonchalantly asking for a ball. You can see the catcher not caring about that other ball right in front of him, as that cutter had definitely a lot of motion on it. Got Tim Anderson swinging outside for it. Quickly 1 and 2 the count. Anderson, sometimes a bit of a wild swinger, trying to tame that down this year, as he will not on this at bat, as he's going to strike out there on a changeup. Josh Harrison up to bat, bottom of the second inning, as it is still 1-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Michael Kopech looking pretty good thus far, issuing only a walk to Paul Goldschmidt, who is now the first baseman for the Pittsburgh Pirates, who own Jose Abreu and Paul Goldschmidt. 2 pretty good first basemen, in my opinion. As 1-1 the count to Josh Harrison, as that slider is going to get the plate. And again, quickly 1 and 2 the count. Michael Kopech trying to get another strikeout here on his fastball, and he will. A 99-mile-per-hour fastball, freezing Josh Harrison for out number 2. Michael Kopech up to bat, making his first appearance at the plate. Possibly this season. I'm not really sure, to be honest. But I thought I'd show you guys the pitcher getting in a bat, because American League pitchers hardly ever get to a bat. And why not? Maybe he'll get a hit. Maybe he'll surprise us, as he's going to take ball 1 there. He's definitely going to be more selective with his pitches. If Ronaldo Lopez wants to walk him, by all means he's going to let him walk him. So, if anything, he'll drive up his pitch count, as that is ball 2. You know, you can see Ronaldo Lopez not happy. He knows he does not want to walk a pitcher, especially an American League pitcher. National League pitchers they get more at-bats, they get more swings, they take part in batting practice. As Michael Kopech's going to send that one to right center field. Right field's going to get underneath it, though, to record the out. A decent drive, as you can take the NL Central Division standings. Cubs are in first place, but Pittsburgh is 2.5 behind. It is a good division there in the NL Central, and Pittsburgh is not far behind. Paul Goldschmidt to the plate, a walk in the first inning. He's batting nearly 200 against right-handers, but nearly 400 against left-handers. So the matchup favors Michael Kopech, as that is going to be ball 1 high. The 5th ball thrown to Goldschmidt from Kopech. No strikes thrown thus far, as he's going to swing way out on that slider for strike 1. You can see a very nice day here in Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh, the Steel City, as my English is failing me, as that is a changeup inside for ball number 2. Still a 2-0 ball game, as that one could have probably gone either way. Probably was right to call it a ball, and now 3-1. Definitely the count that Paul Goldschmidt wants, as that is going to be ball for another walk to Paul Goldschmidt. Michael Kopech maybe being a little bit afraid to attack such a powerful hitter, and he surrenders a second base runner of the game for Pittsburgh. Yohan Moncada to the plate, top of the 6th, still a 2-0 game. Yohan Moncada trying to get another base hit for the Chicago White Sox, as that is going to be ball 1 outside. You can see Feliz and Albuquerque, formerly of the White Sox, El Albuquerque, warming up in the bullpen as Ronaldo goes here to throw his 50th pitch through 5 innings pitched thus far, as Yoan Moncada's going to take that cutter and fall it off to the right side for strike number 1. Through 5 innings pitched, Michael Kopech has issued 3 walks, but he has not issued a hit. He has not given up a hit yet. He, in the last inning, it should have been a strikeout. Almost the entirety of the ball was over the plate, and it was a walk. He's at about 70 pitches, 73 pitches at the moment, as he will be going in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Michael Kopech trying maybe possibly to do something big here in this game. Adam Frazier up to bat as the no-hitter has broken up. I talked about it. I knew I shouldn't have. Talked about it, and it was a leadoff single. As Adam Frazier up to the plate, ball 1, a fastball outside. 0 for 2 so far in this game. Some serious speed there on first to worry about, as this could be a double play. It could be the throw to first, and he is out. A double play turned by the White Sox. Very good speed on the base pass, and they were able to get 2. Peralta up to the plate as back-to-back home runs have tied this game up. Michael Kopech attacking Goldschmidt with 2 strikes, and he gave up a home run, and then the following at bat by Dickerson was a 1 strike and then a solo home run, and now we have a tied game after Michael Kopech's dominance, giving up 2 runs. Thank goodness for that double play, otherwise the White Sox would be trailing right now. As 0-2 the count to David Peralta, as that changeup is going to be outside for ball 1. White Sox hoping to get out of the inning, only giving up 2 runs, as that slider is going to be low behind the plate for ball number 2. Michael Kopech's dominance now being challenged, as that is going to be fouled off to the side as well, as this is going to be Michael Kopech's 91st pitch of the night. And that is going to be popped to center. Eloy Jimenez running after it. He's going to get underneath it, and that is going to be out number 3. But damage is done. 2 runs come across on the board via 2 solo home runs, and the game is tied at 2. Blake Rutherford to the plate, 271 on the season and 0 for 2 tonight. Top of the 7th, 1 out, and still a tied game at 2. Blake Rutherford trying to break the tie, or at least get on base, as that is going to be ball number 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Lopez still in the game. This is going to be his 64th pitch through 6 and the 3rd innings pitched, as that is going to be a curveball left high and outside for ball number 2. Blake Rutherford, one of the top White Sox prospects, coming up last year during the September call-ups, only playing 1 game in the final game of the season, in which he went 1 for 4, and he got called up this year, and he's done pretty well so far, batting in the 270s. He's got 6 home runs, double-digit RBIs through his first handful of games, as that is going to be a change-up low. He checks his swing, and 3-1 the count. The White Sox have had a plentiful amount of prospects come up, and most of them do well. Blake Rutherford falls this one off, as Blake Rutherford is continually moving up the lineup, and he's now becoming a regular in the lineup, as now it's going to basically force Adam Engel or Schibler out of the picture, either by trade, send down, whatnot. Blake Rutherford has forced the White Sox hands, as he has forced a full count. And that is going to be ball 4. He gets a walk. Good plate discipline. And the White Sox get a base runner here in the 7th with 1 out. David Freese up to bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Michael Kopech still in. Mike Butcher feeling some confidence in his young starter, letting him go here into the 7th inning. Getting a pop out to start the inning, as there's 1 out, and that is going to be strike 1. You can see a replay of that pitch, that fastball, catching the corner, 97 miles per hour, so still having pretty good speed on that fastball. Probably going to see a little bit more of that slider a little bit later here in the game, as his velocity is probably going to slow down a little bit. That fastball is probably going to drop 95, 96, but this could possibly be his last batter, so we'll see. As that one's going to be hit down the line thankfully out of play as a foul ball. 0-2 the count to David Freese, the former playoff hero. And that is going to be strike 3. And that is probably going to be the last pitch of the night for Michael Kopech, his 99th, as he puts in a solid performance. You can see his last pitch of the night. A very good slider with late break, striking out David Freese. Adolfo Castro up to the plate. You can see he's batting .248 on the season, so the average has dipped for the White Sox catcher. 2-2 here, tied game still in the top of the 8th inning. Castro trying to get on base. Get some base runners as that is going to be ground to shortstop. Going to throw it on over to first for out number 1 here in the 8th. Gregory Infante into pitch, his 23rd appearance, a .332 ERA. You can see the strikeouts are pretty good, the batting average is pretty good, and he's going to be going up against former White Sox All-Star Jose Abreu. Some of the White Sox fans know very familiar, as that is going to be one pitch. Hopefully one out. Adam Eaton's going to get underneath it for out number 1 here in the 8th inning. We're going to be challenging a call at first base. It was a drop third strike. He probably is safe, but we hardly ever get the chance to challenge a call since you can only challenge when they provide it. It's a close play at first. The call was safe. The call on the field was safe, as it was a strike 3, drop third strike. Castro let the ball slip by him, threw it on over to first, and it was deemed that he was safe. We're going to find out here. It was Starling Marte at the plate who did strike out, just for reference. So you can see the call on the field was safe at first. Mike Butcher goes out. He decides he wants to challenge, but take another look right here. Slow down. It looks as though he's probably going to be safe, but we will find out here. As you can see, they're taking out the headset, and we're going to get the call. And the call is safe. So the White Sox lose their challenge. I'm not surprised, but we hardly ever get a chance to challenge, so why not? In a close game here in the 8th inning, tied at 2 with only 1 out, it's what we decided to do. Now some serious speed on first, as this is going to be another one-pitch quick pop-out right to Josh Bell at first base, and that is quickly 2 outs here in the 8th. L. Albuquerque in a 10 ERA, and that's not a fluke because that's 31 innings pitched, and he miraculously has 40 strikeouts. But you can see the batting average is in the 400s and the 300s. So White Sox top of the 9th inning. Eloy Jimenez up to bat, hopefully able to get something going against a pitcher who has not been able to get anything going for himself this season. An ERA 10.05. So hopefully Eloy Jimenez can get something going here, as that is going to be ball 1. Fastball inside on the hands, as that count is now tied up. White Sox hopefully trying to get something going for the White Sox here. Not much happening, as that ball is going to be hit back up the middle. A lead-off hit, as that batting average rises against Al Albuquerque with a lead-off hit here in the 9th inning. As that ball's going to get through. Matt Davidson getting his first hit back from injury. It's not going to be good enough to get a run in, but now it is 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out. You can see Matt Davidson getting this one past the third baseman. Getting it past Freese. You can see it now from this angle. Slowed down. Some nice spin on that ball, getting away. And now Josh Bell, the former Pittsburgh Pirate, to the plate. As that ball is hit way back, will it stay fair? It will. A 3-run bomb from Josh Bell, his former home, as he breaks the score. Albuquerque is giving up a 3-run blast. His ERA is going to skyrocket again as a result of this. Josh Bell getting a bomb, breaking the score open. It is now 5-2. There was no doubt about that one. 443 feet, nearly hitting it out of the stadium. Wow. White Sox take the lead. Blake Rutherford up to bat. It is still Albuquerque in, as that ball is going to be hit, and that is going to drop into left field for another base hit. Jake Berger going to pitch hit for the pitcher spot here in the 9th inning, getting in a bat. 7-2, runner on first, still nobody out. Albuquerque giving up another run, and then they went to the bullpen again, and still the White Sox have been unstoppable here in the 9th. You can see his season stats: a .256 batting average, 6 home runs, 13 RBIs. So a lot like Blake Rutherford. A lot of the same story. Jake Berger had a little bit more action last year on the season, but similar stories to the MLB, as this one's going to be popped up. It will drop. That ball will drop. Duffel Castro's going to go to third, and he will make it. So now runners on the corner, nobody out. You can see this little blooper. Nothing you can do about that. That is one of the most effective things in baseball, is small ball, as that is what the White Sox are playing. They had the long ball and Josh Bell, but since then they have been doing small ball. Gonna go over to Jake Berger at first, check on him, making sure he ain't gonna go nowhere. As runners on the corner, Adam Eaton to the plate, nobody out. So that ball's going to be hit. They're going to go to second with it. They're not going to be quick enough to get Adam Eaton at first, as another run is going to come in. It is now 8-2 in the top of the 9th inning. David Freese to the plate, 1 out. A run came in. Jake McGee getting a couple hits off of him right now. 0-1 the count. Double play is an option for the White Sox. I always notice that I always say option as if, like, the White Sox may or may not want to do it. Like, I don't know. You guys, if you're here, you've been watching me through all the first 20-something episodes, so you guys understand my language. As 1-2 the count, and that is going to be strike 3. 1 out away the White Sox are from taking this game here in Pittsburgh. And up next to the plate, Francisco Cervelli, the catcher for the Pirates, down to their last out, as that one's going to be hit to center field, and he's going to be able to knock that ball down, Eloy Jimenez, but that ball will not be caught. He did a good job of staying in front of it. As we can take another look at this replay, a slider that stayed over the plate a little bit more than Jake McGee would have liked. You can see that ball diving pretty quickly. Eloy Jimenez coming in to catch it. Catches him in a not-so-fortunate spot, but he stayed in front of the ball. As there is going to be a pitch hitter. It's going to be Joe Catometer. Never heard of him, but he's up to the plate. As that ball's going to be popped up, Eloy Jimenez is going to have no problem getting to that one. And that is a White Sox victory. Mike Butcher and his staff celebrating a win, a much-needed win, to get back on track for this series. We've been losing a lot of games lately, and the late inning heroics came in for the White Sox. Josh Bell with the 3-run home run, and then the White Sox playing some small ball to bring in some extra runs. A dominant performance in the early beginning of the game by Michael Kopech, bringing a no-hitter into the 6th inning before issuing back-to-back home runs. But the White Sox responded with 6 in the 9th. You can see the final box score: 8-11-0 for the White Sox, 3-6-0 for the Pirates, as Infante gets his 3rd win of the season. And we can take a quick look at the highlight reel. Top of the first, Davidson grounded out to the shortstop, bringing in a run. His 2nd game back from injury from his broken leg. Definitely a big injury to come back from, as he was shut out in the 1st game of this series. You can see Goldschmidt, former Arizona Diamondbacks first baseman, now here in Pittsburgh. Top of the 3rd inning, Jimenez doubled to left, bringing in another run, making it 2-0 here. Then bottom of the 6th inning, Marte lined to center for a single that broke up the no-hitter for Michael Kopech. Their first hit of the game for the Pirates came there at the bottom of the 6th. And then the bottom of the 6th, definitely an inning Michael Kopech wants to forget and move on from, as this was the first home run. Goldschmidt to the left, just getting over past Blake Rutherford. And then one batter later, Corey Dickerson to right field, 377 feet. You can see that ball getting some serious air, looking like a golf ball, tying the game up at 2 there in the bottom of the 6th inning. No doubt about that one. Then in the top of the 7th, Anderson struck out chasing a slider, and it was a double play, as definitely a questionable call. Blake Rutherford thrown out at second. Something hopefully they fix for MLB 19 is that the sliding engine and all that stuff is fixed, because a lot of those always look safe. And then in the top of the 9th inning, Bell homers to right, a moonshot, a blast, 444 feet, a 3-run shot. That actually might have gotten out of the stadium, but that was all the White Sox needed. But they didn't stop there. Top of the 9th, Anderson tripled to right. It was actually center, and you can see center fielder diving for it, not getting it. He didn't get in front of it, and that ball rolled to the track, and he got a triple out of it, bringing in another run, making it 6-2. Then there in the 9th inning. So the White Sox pouring it on, definitely not wanting to surrender after taking the lead. They want to pour it on and show that, we're not going to surrender just because we take the lead. We want to keep going. Then bottom of the 9th, Katoner flies out to center field to end the game. You guys saw that. After Eloy Jimenez made a great diving attempt, he wasn't able to get it. This one was much easier for him, as the White Sox take the W here in Pittsburgh. All right, guys. Before we finish this episode, I figured I'd show you what happened with Dylan Cease. He made his first start, and if I'm not mistaken, it was this 9-8 game in Cleveland, which we won. Not the greatest performance by Dylan Cease. You can see his ERA, 8.31. He only got to 4 1/3 innings pitched. He struck out 3. He only issued 1 walk. And his whip is in the 2s. Not very good, but it is a first start. You can see he gave up 8 hits, 6 runs. 4 of them were earned, and 2 home runs. So not the best start from being called up, but he's going to get his chance. He did pretty well last year. He's done great in the minors this year. He's going to get his chance. You can see Michael Kopech's numbers now after that start. So that is going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it very, very much. I hope to get the episode with Trent and possibly Troy out soon, whether that be the episode after this or the next one. It all depends on Trent and how quickly he recovers from his sickness and all our schedules. But thanks, guys, for hanging out with us, and we will see you next episode.